All right, we live, we recording. Welcome back, everybody, to the Big L podcast. I'm your host, Big L. I believe this is episode 14. Let's get started. It's Thursday night, Friday morning ish. Still gonna get this out on Friday because we on our purpose. We on our grind. We're on our consistency. We're on our consistency. Lost the word for a second. Anyways, I hope you're all doing good. I'm doing good. I'm actually kind of hungry. I'm not gonna lie. I might get some my wings I had bought today. Eat the rest of those. But I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good. Good energy. Good spirits. Thank you, Lord. So let's get started. So the most prominent news or the most recent news that has just occurred. Well, we all know the NBA finals are happening right now, and excuse me. Then the Suns have beat the Lakers 113-100. And I just got done watching the highlights because I didn't get to catch the game. I usually never really get to catch the game when it's happening, so I always have to catch the highlights on YouTube. And just from watching, and because Anthony Davis is out, and I don't know why he would even try to play in the first place, like in the first quarter. I don't know why he was trying to do that, knowing he was in pain. I understand you want to be there for your team and whatnot, but it's like you wouldn't be playing in the finals, big fella. Like you're not you unless you heal fast, you get a back to tank or something. One of them healing takes from Dragon Ball Z, get you a sensu bean, something. You're not playing, my friend. You're just not. And the Lakers lost, and it's crazy because since 2011 to now, all we've seen in the finals was either LeBron or Steph Curry. So it's a change, man. It's a new era now. We not seeing those two in the finals, and those two will always be the front face of the NBA. I believe so, like of the current NBA. And like I said, I'm not really that big on sports. I just like to catch up and just my own curiosity say to just be interested in the look. But it's just really really strange to see that. I know LeBron must feel some type of way because you could see how he was walking off after the game, leaving all his teammates behind. I know he feeling some type of way. Now I gotta wait on that RDC World video in the locker room about what happened. But my man's Devin Booker, that man did his thing out there. Like he had a point to prove tonight, and he proved it. I don't know who he had to prove it to. I don't know if he had to make it known that I'm out here, I'm doing my thing, but he did it. He did his thing. And I you got to give that man his flowers. I'm not going to lie. Um Yeah, but just watching the game, from the Lakers, like I'm not a Laker fan. I mean, I just watch, but like I'm like, man, Lakers fans, I know they sorry right now. I'm like, I know they sorry. I feel bad for anybody who putting their bets on them that they riding on this money for them to win. I feel sorry for them, those poor souls. You shouldn't be betting in the first place. I don't know, but they was playing like they were sorry, like they were putting up points. Don't get me wrong, but it's like I don't know, it just wasn't there for them. It just wasn't their night. It just wasn't their night. And I was reading the comments on the YouTube when I was watching the highlights, and it was one comment specifically was saying that LeBron is like whenever like they're about to lose a game, LeBron always like tries to put up extra points in there to make it look like he had a good game at least, and I couldn't agree with that anymore because it seems it's very true. Like the when I didn't really think about that till I started thinking about other games where he starts to do that. That he puts up more points, even though there's no way he could like they could catch up, just to make it seem like he had a good game, which he did in that game. And that couldn't be closer to the truth. I really see that. So, I had to slap that thumbs up on that one. Speaking of thumbs up, watching on YouTube, hit me with the thumbs up real quick. You liking the content, subscribe for more. You know what I'm saying? Not a sports analyzer, but just a watcher. I didn't grow up really watching sports like that. I feel like as I gotten older, I started to appreciate it more. I started to just like it more. I'm not, like I said, I'm not like no hardcore fan or nothing, no sports fanatic, but I just find it interesting and cool. Because I never like played sports a lot growing up, so I just never found it that interesting till I got like 16, 17, started to get more interest in it. But I don't know. But we going with the Nets now. We going with the Nets for the for the championship because they let me down. They let us down. They let us down. But I don't know. I don't know. I can't really speak a lot on it because I don't know sports like that. I can't speak a lot on it. So that's all my sports talk on this one. I'm gonna try to introduce more sports talks as the finals start to go more and more on. You know. But next up in the news this week, I guess not in the news, but just trending. Um, there's a new iCarly show coming out, like a more mature one for, I guess, adults. Because I believe in the trailer they were like drinking and just cussing, just a couple cuss words, and I'm not gonna lie, for like a young adult show, it looks interesting, but like since I grew up on it, it's weird. Like I grew up on, the kids version. It's weird to like look at that. I believe so. And it's crazy to me that like what's her name? Whoever I can't think of the actor who plays Carly, but she looked like just the same, just like a little bit older. Like she looks the exact same. The dude who played Freddy, he got a beard now, and Jerry Trainer who plays Spencer, right? Yeah, yeah. He that man looked the exact same. Like nothing has changed. Like his hair is the same. Like everything, he looks like the same person from when the show started to right now. Like it's crazy. But I don't know if it'll flop or not. And here's why I'm gonna say that, because they're missing two characters. But the only reason they missed two characters because the actors, they just didn't want to. Well, one actor who played Gibby, I think I got their names in the notes. Oh, Noah Monk, who played Gibby, I believe he said he just didn't want to play the actor no more because people when he was in public, people couldn't, I guess, separate him from the character, and he just kept getting bullied from it, and he just didn't want to do it. And then Jeanette McCurdy, I guess she didn't want to. She's just done with acting. Period. Like I don't know what she does now, but she's done with acting, so I can see why she didn't want to come back. So I mean that's two the most entertaining ones on there besides Spencer or Jerry Trainer. There was the two the most entertaining characters on there. So I don't know how they gonna fill that gap. Plus it was always Carly and Sam. Now it's just Carly and that black girl. I don't know her name, but I don't know how it's gonna work out. And my thing is, and I've been saying this for a couple podcasts now, and I've narrowed it down to one thing when they do these remakes, and I feel like it's just about nostalgia. If they could sell you your childhood in a different way, but it still reminds you of your childhood, then they got you. They got your money. They got your attention. They got what they need. Because think about all the remakes of TV shows and movies that they've done for decades. Not just like this. Like they got the SpongeBob spinoffs. And it's in the works. They got two in the works. I believe they have let me see, they have the Patrick Star show, and then this Camp Coral, which is just the SpongeBob characters when they were a kid, and it's really sad and disrespectful because even Steven Hillenburg, who was the creator of SpongeBob, before he passed away, he said he didn't want any spinoffs. So now that they're doing it after he's passed away, which is just very disrespectful to me. And it's even more disrespectful because the show has been running for like 21 plus years, and the actors who are the voice actors like Tom Kenny and all them who portray them is going on board with this. Like they're still wanting to do this on the spinoff shows, which is like that's even more disrespectful. Y'all knew the man. You know what I'm saying? Like y'all knew him from the jump, and y'all going along with it. That makes it even worse. I think so. Like who does that? I don't get that. How much money do you need? I don't know. I know, and it's not like that's the only thing they do. Like Clancy Brown, who plays I believe he plays Mr. Krabs. He's been in anything cartoon, anything. It's like how you still going along with this? I don't get that. Against the whole man's wishes. It's just like, well, I guess he's gone, so it don't really matter. But I still think it's messed up. If you can't respect the man's wishes when he's gone, when he's alive and then he's gone, that's just you just have no integrity. You're just in it for the profit, in it for the money, and it's just not right. It's just wrong, and they're gonna get what's coming to them. They're gonna get what's coming to them. I just know that. Not like they're gonna die, but something gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? I hope it flops. I just hope it flops. Because it deserves to. But what I'm just saying about remakes in general, movies, TV shows, like the Jurassic Worlds, and I guess you can't. Well, I guess you kind of can and can't say the new Star Wars sequels or like just anything they're trying to reboot or try to make. Like they doing the Powerpuff Girls like a live action. Like why do we need that? Who needs that? You know what I'm saying? Like the live action Dora movie. Who asked for this? Who needed this? You know what I'm saying? I just I don't know who is sending emails or sending letters to the studio saying we need this right now. Why? Why can't we just do something new? There's very rarely some like new idea, which I understand. There's nothing new under the sun for real. It's only so much new stuff you can do. But I feel like you can do something that's been done, but put a different spin on it, not just let's just rerun this, Like how many times can we do Bruce Wayne's parents get murdered in the alleyway? You know what I'm saying? How many times can we do Superman, dying planet, send them in the ship to Earth? How many times can we do that? Well, I guess I can see they're doing why they're doing Black Superman, because I feel like I think they say it's like a different character. I said it in a couple podcasts ago, but like it was a different he was a different character, so hopefully it's gonna be like that, But and another thing, not just because of nostalgia, but they're putting a new show on a different streaming platform now. It's gonna be on Paramount streaming platform. So if you want to watch the new iCarly, you gotta go get the new streaming platform. And my thing about streaming platforms like Hulu and them, it's like, why is there no free trial? Like it's a lot of them that's like you only get like a week. Like give people, at least Netflix give you like a month. You know what I'm saying? Disney give you like a week, and that's it. I don't get that. I don't get that. But it's crazy because they're literally just selling us cable, but in a worse way. At least with regular cable, you can you get all these channels for this one price. No, it's like Netflix I don't even know what the price Netflix is right now. Like $17. Hulu like $8. Disney $8. Like, and that, it adds up. They just new ways to get us for our money, and we're just all eating it up because I don't know, entertainment and nostalgia, especially like Disney. And then doing the new shows like the Loki show is supposed to come. I think Friday to I don't know. I don't know what day. I had to look into that. I don't know what day it's on, but you know, it's just nostalgia and just trying to get us for our money. That's how it all is. They just if they could get to your childhood and get to because your childhood, you remember everyone talks about how when I was younger things were better, music was better, TV was better, movies were better, which it depends on the person, and their age. I believe and plus to per person what's considered better, but I kind of agree with that. I feel like movies nowadays are just remakes of stuff that's already happened, just in a better quality of look instead of actual story. And yeah, that's pretty much it. It's like, why is there a fifth Indiana Jones? And it's funny because while I was scrolling on the timeline, and I saw this video. It was Conan and Harrison Ford, and it was like 20 years ago, and they was playing like talking like, man, whatever they just did another Indiana Jones when you're like 80 years old, and it's just they bring you the treasure. Like he was just making a joke about it, and when the next Indiana Jones comes out, which I believe is next year, Harrison Ford will be 80 years old, which that's just crazy, man. I think it's crazy he's still doing movies. And he doing something he love, right? But it's like, how many times can you play? Like, what characters can you really play when you're that old? You know what I'm saying? You can only play like the old man, the old wise guy, I think about The Force Awakens, that was a whole remake of A New Hope, and just the different characters are just the characters before. Like Harrison Ford is now Obi-Wan, and just different characters, different places, And that's another thing too. It's so many movies and stuff nowadays is like focused on like young adults, and it's never any broad like, oh, maybe he's focused on kids or focused on like old people. It's always kind of like just young adults. I that maybe that's all I just see, because that's probably just was targeted for me. Or like, why is it like every shows about like kids? Why is it shows about like kids in high school, like Euphoria or 13 Reasons Why or any of them other ones that's on Netflix? Like, why is it always in high school? Why can't you make something about like 24-year-olds? You know what I'm saying? Like, we already went to high school once. Why do we got to keep going back to high school? What is so important about high school? You know what I'm saying? And then not just what's like, why are we so like glorifying like drugs, sex, and just bad stuff like for high schoolers? You know what I'm saying? Like, why are you trying to amp that out? What is the goal? You know what I'm saying? I never understood that. I think that's why I didn't like Euphoria, honestly, because it's just like, this isn't for me. I didn't think so. I don't get how people ate that up. I still don't get it. I know I talked about it a good couple podcasts ago, but it's like I still don't understand. I still want to answer. Like the one girl I talked to at my job, she was like, "Oh man, I love Euphoria." I'm like, I don't get that one. That I don't see how. I understand difference of opinions, but I don't get it. And it's like a lot of those shows, 13 Reasons Why. I can't think of them, but I just know it's like four of them on Netflix that are just pretty much the same. It's just different character, different backstory, but it's the same premise the whole time. I don't know. Like what is that about? You know, why? And then why is it like you if you're gonna do high school, you're not representing high schoolers in like a how they look into actual reality. You know what I'm saying? Like not everybody is good looking, buffed up like really like look like models. You know what I'm saying? Like there are ugly kids. I don't know. Like if you're gonna do it right. This is how I feel. It's my little rant. My little rant about TV shows about high school. We all went to high school already. What do we need to keep looking at this for? What goal, what agenda are you pushing? You know what I'm saying? Excuse me. I just don't understand. I just don't understand. Anyways, what was the whole rant was really just about was turned into from remakes and nostalgia to that, which I don't know how it related, but it related to me. Hopefully you could catch on. Um, I guess we're gonna keep going with the whole TV thing. It's like old cartoons are to me are just way better than new cartoons. Like what is Bobby Universe? Or is it Steven Universe? I don't even know his name. Like what is that, man? Like when I look at like whenever like I look at the cartoons like my little cousins we watching and I'm just like, what? I don't even like what is that? And I guess you could kind of look back and be like, what is that? Like if you look at like Courage the Cowardly Dog, like those people were on acid right in that show. Cause just they just in the middle of nowhere and like monster like I don't know. Or like Ben 10, like I mean that was kind of cool. It had like a real story. And I think that's what I'm saying. Like there were better stories with cartoons back in like when I was a kid and before me than it is now. Or maybe I'm just not giving new cartoons a real chance. Like I don't know. I just remember watching like I used to watch like Samurai Jack, uh, Courage, Ed and Eddie, SpongeBob, um, just stuff like that. I mean, what message does SpongeBob really teach you? But like I don't know. I don't know. I'm not really giving a lot of good points of why like old cartoons are better, but I think it's like like I said before about nostalgia. I just think it's better because that's what I grew up with. Like I feel like I'm gonna say that, but like about music, like how my parents will always say, what they grew up on. Like my dad will always forever say, '80s hip hop is just that's it. Like it's never gonna be better than that. '80s and some '90s, he'll say that it's not gonna get better than that. But then it's like I'll say like well we have like J. Cole or we have Kendrick and we have like Freddie Gibbs. We'll have like we have lyrical people too, like Joey Badass. We'll have it's bad. I can't name no more example. Like Big Sean. Like we have lyrical people too, but it's like he'll be stuck in his ways, and I feel like everybody will be like that too. Well, the majority of people be like that too, just because this is what I grew up with. So I'ma always think this is where it's at. I'ma always and I'm starting to see it with myself. How I look at like hip hop now, I'm starting to see it. I'm like, no, I'm just gonna stick with these people here, and that's it. I think that's how I'm gonna be. Cause I said that like when the J Cole album dropped, I'm like, that's all that's been on my playlist. Is really that album. Anything new for real? I'm just like, no, I'm not really there for that. I'm starting to see that early now. I'm only 20. Couldn't imagine. I want to imagine how dad was when he was 20. I don't know. But I'm like kind of stuck in my ways right now. Like I'm always open to stuff, but it's like if it's not like this, then I'm cool on that. You know, I'm starting to see that way with like video games too, where it's like, I mean, I feel like Call of Duty hit a reset, like when they did Modern Warfare. So it's kind of getting, getting better. I think so. But like, I don't know. Like, how many times can you remake like Call of Duty? How, like, what errors can you really do to gravitate to an audience? Because for me, what I want out of a Call of Duty game, I just like Modern Warfare, or I do like Cold War, but I only like Cold War. And I only like Cold War because they just putting the old maps on there from when I was in middle school. I played Black Ops 2. They put those maps on there. That's pretty much why I only like Cold War for real. You see what I'm saying? It all goes back to that when you were a kid, or how you thought you were a kid. This episode is gonna be called nostalgia or just something with that, because all these themes you could go back. I think you could go back and you could say it all started from when you were a kid, and when you're older, if it's not like that, you don't like it, or when it is similar to that, you'll feed into that. You'll feed into these remake shows. You'll feed into these movies. I don't think it works the same with music, especially like hip hop. I don't think it'll ever work like that, because then it's like, to me, I think it's like too like, oh, it's already done. I mean, you can sample something from back in like the mid 2000s or something, and like do something then, maybe that can work. But like if you try to do the same style, it's not gonna work, because it's not gonna flow with the times of right now. Then it's not gonna get as big, and you know what I'm saying. Like, I don't think it'll work. Like, I believe T-Pain just remixed his own song. I mean, that's kind of doing numbers right now, but it's like, how long can you do that? Like Diddy's son, uh, King Combs, I think that's his name, but like he doing remixes of his dad's songs. It's like, so how long can you keep doing that? Before you gotta do something modern. And he's like doing the old school rap style, which of course people appreciate, but it's like, how long can you keep doing that until you gotta mix it up? Because keep doing the same old thing, people get tired of it, gets old, then you won't be as current and as popping and on, and then money, and all big factors. I think so. Um, Lost my point. I don't know. I lost my point. I was saying that because it's not the same with music. I was saying it's not the same to remake something like they do the TV shows or just the movies. The whole point is, I'm not watching the Dwight Crowley. That's the new point. Plus, it's gonna be on another streaming platform, which is like, okay, another bill, a reoccurring bill on there. Plus, I bet any type of money, they not gonna just like put the whole season on there. They just gonna put, well, they actually, well, I don't know. They might do that. They might pull a Netflix, but I would highly doubt it. Like, if they don't do it the Disney Plus way, which is the smartest way ever, just do it once a week. Cause then once people watch the whole season, they just unsubscribe. Um, that would be the only logical smart thing to do from a business standpoint. Cause like, okay, you binge it once and then like you're gone. I apologize for that. Camera cut out on me. Didn't notice the time there. But when I was fixing everything, I did go and look up about Paramount Plus. That is what they call the streaming app, or just streaming platform. Which Paramount Plus, Disney Plus, like, you could have been a little more creative, but besides the point, they they don't really have stuff like I'm interested in. Like, I haven't really heard of these movies. Why Women Kill? Like, what? All Stars, The Good Fight. What is that? Picard. Oh, that's Star Trek. Okay, okay, I can see that. The Stand. Like I don't know. And then they got all these kid shows. Like uh, Paw Patrol and Dora, Peppa Pig, Blue's Clues. So I mean, I guess. I want to. I was only sit. Well, it's gonna start at $6. They're gonna be like Disney update price on you. Disney sent me an email. I think I said this in the other podcast, but Disney sent me an email talking about we are now raising our prices from $6.99 to $7.99, and I'm just like, I mean, it makes sense. They're like, I don't know where they are in the streaming wars. Let me see. That's what I be going to the streaming wars. Let me see, streaming services charts or ranked, not ranked, like the charts. Oh, here we go. So of oh no, that's not really what I'm looking for. Okay, I guess the top five. Yeah, top five. Netflix for sure. Come on, they've been around forever. They're the OG. Um, Amazon, I didn't think they was gonna be number two. Strong selection for both popular films and TV makes sense. They're Amazon. Hulu, go to for big name TV shows makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense. Disney, of course. Um, YouTube TV. Okay, I guess it makes sense. Streaming live TV without the hassle. Just all things to replace cable, or just to make more money replacing cable. Think about it. You're paying for each one. Like, I mean, I don't know where Netflix is at. I think they're like stupid high right now. I think they're like 15, $14. I don't know where they at, but like they're up there. So there's that. Disney is at $8.99. There's that. Hulu, I think, is at $5.99. Um, Paramount is at $5.99. All these things add up. And it's just, I don't think. I mean, we watch a lot of stuff. I guess it's worth it. I don't know, but I won't be getting Paramount. I'll tell you that much. Makes sense. YouTube. Who really uses YouTube TV though? Like to stream like sporting stuff. I mean, like I said, I just watch highlights, so I don't know. I feel like HBO. Well, on this list, Tech Radar, they put HBO as number six. I think HBO should be the number five spot. I think so. I think HBO got more of the black titles. You know what I'm saying? I think so. But let me see. Yeah, that's all I got for us this episode. Just ranting about nostalgia and TV and movies. That's all I got for us today. So if you like what you see on YouTube, give me a like, hit the subscribe, comment something you liked or agree with me with. See Apple, Spotify, hit me with the rating, whatever rating, just comment whatever you want to say. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Tuesday. Peace. Peace. Peace.